Today we're going to go over specifically a research paper on why sit to stand improves bone mineral density, musculoskeletal health, and how you can use sit and stand multiple times a week to improve your musculoskeletal health. And I want to preface this by using a study that came out in 2019, October, and it's called The Effects of a 12-month Supervised Community-Based Multimodal Exercise Program, followed by a 6-month research to practice transition on bone mineral density, trabecular microarchitecture, and physical function older adults, a randomized controlled trial. I'm going to dissect everything for you and just kind of get to the meat of the study. The study encourages you to do load-bearing exercise. And the point of having load-bearing exercise is that additional weight on the bone is weight-bearing. And because it's weight-bearing, it stimulates the bone to bend. And that bending of the bone is the stimulus for bone to strengthen, for its geometry to strengthen, and also important for you to minimize bone loss. I mean, increasing bone is a terribly hard thing to do. So as we age, our game plan really is to prevent bone loss, not necessarily increase bone. There are terms such as osteoblasts, which of course you will hear. Those are technical terms about shedding bones and then replacing bones after they shed. The reality is, if you have osteoporosis, you need to make sure you connect with your doctor, a specialist in that area, because there are various protocols in addition to exercise that you may have to take to make sure you have the geometry to live life safe on a daily basis. What I'm providing you today is context for people who may think they have weaker bones, or they may think they're at risk of osteopenia or at risk, and they want to do something daily that can help offset bone mineral density loss and bone geometry loss, which is strength, by using a simple exercise such as sit to stand. And you're going to see me do sit to stand exercises in 2 different locations. I used a location outside because I want you to incorporate sit to stand exercise as part of your walking routine in your neighborhood or your stair climbing routine. So you want to think about it like a circuit. And the circuit goes something like this. I wake up, I go out, I walk. I'm walking my neighborhood. I select some stairs, and maybe in a high school or middle school. And in those stairs, I climb those stairs, come down the stairs. I look at a bench and I go, you know what? I'm going to go do some sit to stand based on the benches there, and then incorporate that as part of a circuit that I can do and practice on a weekly basis. The most important thing you do when you're doing sit to stand, I think, based on what the study advises here, and I'm going to put it on the show notes, and you guys can read it if you like. It's on PubMed. 30-second sit to stand, and it says here is arm cross, repeated up and down. So doing it like this is really putting a lot of the weight so that you can put more emphasis on the lower limb. And what we're going to do, as you can see on the video, that's not what I'm aiming. I'm aiming for you to put your arms out so that you can actually get balance, and using that balance as a stepping stone to build strength incrementally. It wants you to do 30 seconds. Start with whatever you're comfortable with. You can get 5 seconds in, 10 seconds in, 20 seconds, build up to 30 seconds. It's wonderful. You could do it 3 times a week. And it says that this specific exercise improves your muscle function and your bone density. I know it does. It's load bearing. Your stairs is load bearing. When you're climbing stairs, load bearing. Your sit to stand, load bearing. Even your walking's a little bit load bearing, especially if you're walking on hills. So these 3 modalities, if you perform daily outside of the gym, will help you offset bone mineral density loss. Now, may help you, will help you. Many people won't tell you this, but there's a heavy genetic factor to bone mineral density. Heavy, like it is a significant component in how strong your bones are. But there is no harm in using exercise as a stimulus to keep the bones stronger and to offset bone loss. Thank you. So in this next section, we're going to go in. You're going to see me do 2 sets of sit-to-stand exercises. You can modify it on your own. If you don't like the way I'm doing it, it's fine. Go on YouTube, find someone else that's doing it that you like. The key is I'm trying to inspire you to make sure that you incorporate this as part of your weekly regimen. The inspiration is for you to move. The technique, find the one that you like. There is a wrong way to do it. What I'm teaching you today should be incorporated, but I'm giving you more of a way of balancing yourself to do it instead of trying to do it with your arms crossed. I have an episode on bone mineral density and what a Dexa scan is. If you're uncertain about your bone mineral density, you can go and get your Dexa scan done. I think it's far more effective than getting on a scale, because on a scale you don't know how much is water weight, how much is bone weight, how much is lean mass. So the Dexa scan gives you a way to comprehensively find out all these different metrics, and then you can get a measurement and then test 6 months down the line to see if you improved or not. I'm going to just quickly put up what a bone mineral density report looks like on the screen with the link to the video that I created so that you can gain a better understanding of Dexa scans and how to improve your overall bone and musculoskeletal health. I know for a fact that dynamic resistance training is important for improving bone mineral density and musculoskeletal health, and that the use of machines that can isolate certain areas where you want to improve bone mineral density is important. But I also know that adherence rate for going to the gym is, below 25%. So the perfection, there's no perfect way if you don't do all the protocols. And if you do the protocols for 6 months and you fall off not doing them, then the benefits are limited. So the reason I like sit to stand is because you can incorporate this without going to the gym. And if you have osteopenia, osteoporosis, your doctor will prescribe together with your exercise physiologist, should prescribe you a very stringent way of maintaining bone mineral density and bone strength. And that's beyond what you should learn from a video from myself. What I'm giving you is simply a way to manage bone mineral density at an age where we can still manage its loss at an effective rate, 45 to 55, by doing these sit-to-stands, by doing stairs, by doing hills, by walking, by fast walking. These all contribute to a stronger bone geometry and bone density for our body, and of course, musculoskeletal health. The sit-to-stand exercise technically can improve your spine, the density of your spine strength, and also a lot of the a key area for fracture as we age, especially for women, is on the femoral neck where your legs connect into the hip area, that little ball and socket area. And this is a wonderful exercise to build dexterity in that area to offset that potential fracture. So this is a tennis court, and any of you can see this. The key is to lift yourself up like skiing and fall down control. Use your hip, it's like a squat. Oh, see, it can be hard. So you want to lean forward a little bit, lean forward, and lean back. Concentric, eccentric. You can use this, you can hold on to something, you can swing your arms, and swing back. Swing your arms, and swing back. The key is you do not want to do like this per se. You're going to damage your wrist, okay? Hold on to something like this, not this way. That's not good for your wrist. Swing down. Swing and down. Of course, when you're doing sit to stand like this, you're really utilizing not only your muscles, but your cognitive self to maintain balance, right? You're utilizing your full body to create that. You know, there's a level of eccentric, concentric, because you're lengthening yourself and then you're sitting down, and it's you're training yourself to get familiar with sustaining your body weight, so that in case you do fall, you're able to catch yourself. In case you do fall, you're able to quickly sustain the fall by having developed the muscle memory, the muscles, and the geometry in the area to sustain the load. You can do this anywhere. Get your butt out a little bit and then go like this. 1 and 2. It's all about controlled eccentric, concentric. Use your arms out for balance. And want to avoid falling.